Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here. Welcome to part 51 of the Elden Ring full playthrough walkthrough. In this section, we're either going to have a great idea or a terrible idea. It's 12:51 a.m. I'm kind of tired, and I have a DMV appointment tomorrow at 1. But we're going to try to finish Elphael, Brace of the Haligtree, and that includes defeating Malenia, the Malenia the Severed, Blade of Miquella, Goddess of Rot. Okay. In the previous part of the walkthrough, we completed Millicent's questline. So we defeated the Putrid Tree Spirit. We took down both Putrid Erdtree avatars within the city. We defeated all the revenants on the ground, got all the treasure, and we made our way into the final major area, the Drainage Channel. So we're going to adventure for a little bit, and then we're going to end up where we need to be to fight Malenia. Okay? Show you my stats before we get started. Using Rivers of Blood plus 10. I also have a Knight Rider Flail of plus 25, but I think we're kind of done with that. I don't think there's any more Crystallian for us to fight. Brass Shield plus 20. Briar Set, Gold Scarab, Erdtree's Favor plus 1, Blessed Dew Talisman, and the Assassin's Crimson Dagger. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I have 14 flasks leveled up to plus 12. Flask of Wondrous Physic, which has a Crimson Crystal tier and an Opening Bubble tier. Black Knife Teak leveled up to plus 10, and 34 Preserving Boluses. I'm going to check to see if I can level up my shield at all. I would like it to be as high as possible. No, I don't have enough level 7s. I think 20 is fine. I think it was a 21 when I beat her last time. I've only beaten this boss one time in my life, so I don't really know how this is going to go. Like I said, either brilliant idea or terrible idea to do this. Also, I'm feeling a little tired, but I believe in us. Starting from the Drainage Channel, we're going to go over here. And then we're going to make our way down these catwalks. Okay, we're going to get a very important talisman. Come down here. Come over here. Go up here. And onto the rooftops. I feel like this is going to kill me. We don't need to do this, but I want to see. Wow. Okay. It didn't kill me. Fascinating. All right, that's the beginning. This is like the beginning of the level here. Oh no, maybe not. Let's get the talisman. That's why I came here. All right. So once we fall in here, we're gonna have to fight a couple of Kindred of Rot. Okay. Right there. He's guarding the talisman, that one. I'm surprised I lived. It's a cool sound that it made, with all of them going off at once. Okay. Legendary Talisman. Dragoncrest Greatshield Talisman. We want this. We don't care about runes anymore. We want to equip this. It says, Legendary Talisman of Wrought Iron, depicting a massive ancient dragon. Enormously boosts physical damage negation. The ancient dragons, who ruled in the prehistoric era before the Erdtree, wow, would protect their lord as a wall of living rock. And so it is that the shape of the dragon has become symbolic of all manner of protection. That's a very important talisman for this upcoming battle. How dare you? Jesus. Fun's not over yet. All right. So, through that doorway is the boss, but we're not ready for that yet. There are two sides to this little sanctuary garden. There's the human side, and then there's the Kindred of Rot side. In a way, it symbolizes that the two are living together. Like I said earlier in another part of the walkthrough, the Haligtree is a place where all of the unwanted are welcome. So, we have the humans who defend it. What was that about? So we have the humans that defend it. And then we have the Kindred of Rot, who certainly aren't defenseless, but, you know, don't have the massive armor that the humans have. The Haligtree Crest Shield. Metal Greatshield depicting the Haligtree with unalloyed gold. Carried by knights who have vowed to serve Miquella's Haligtree, possess high holy damage negation. Yet now, with the Haligtree misshapen, this wondrous rendition is a fleeting fantasy. Alright. So as you make your way through here, you do want to be careful. Because a lot of these folks are just like sitting near trees and are a little hard to see. That's one at least. Oh, God, that follow-up sucks. Hit me with the diddy bop. All right, hit me so I can hit you. Wonderful. Okay. Again, you want to try to be careful because sometimes these guys are just chilling in the brush. These beautiful flowers of rot. Check the corners before you descend to another level. This is where I think From Software kind of excels in world building. As far as we can tell, we're the aggressors here. We're sent on a mission for one reason or another. And yet, these guys are just chilling here. They're not doing anything to us. They're mourning their lost. He's literally sitting in front of a tombstone. And what are we doing? Trying to kill him? For what? For runes? You just got this forlorn music playing in the background. I mean, it really just doesn't get any better. Okay, well. Way too early. Yep. No. Tired of you guys with that. All right. That's the human side. Now for the Kindred side. It's funny, I spent 3 days trying to kill Malenia my first time. And about 8 hours a day, so literally 24 hours trying to kill her. I heard the beginning of this song, just those like dirge-style strings. And I heard it for 3 days straight. Okay. Is there an exit over here? No. All right. All good. Okay. So for the Kindred side, things get a little saucier. Hello? I don't know what this camera's doing. Alright, you're killing both the full-grown ones and the babies. Because you're a monster. God, their death rattle is just haunting. Alright, these guys can be backstabbed. Fortunately, they wake up sometimes. could do it this way. Okay, one. Mm-mm. Okay. All right, this is where it's going to get a little saucy. It's this final group here. Maybe I can just get one. What is happening? Mm-mm. We gotta... Oh my god, dude. I'm fucking booking it right now. Okay. The Newman's Rune is the prize. Oh. Listen. I couldn't be helped. I had to get them all. I had to. Okay. That's both sides of the graveyard. All right. Wow. Can't believe we actually successfully did that. I don't know if I've ever done that before. Both sides, back to back like that. Okay. So, here we are back on the roof. Now, there's one exit that we didn't take. Dead. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? I just didn't think to line myself up. I thought I was dropping onto a platform. It's okay. It's a very quick recovery. That's quite funny, though. Oh, drop here. Over here. Over here. We don't really have to do it this way. Yeah, let's just do it. This is a little bit easier. Safer. drop onto this platform. Very good. All right, quick elevator. This is it. All right, before we do what we need to do, come in here. Tons of Aeonian butterflies here for you. You also have the Traveler's set. Light yet sturdy clothes worn by young women who set off into the world to confront their fate. Yeah, so it's basically the clothes worn by somebody like Millicent or the sisters that we killed. All right. Now you may be wondering, what the hell is this thing? It's a rot blossom. At least that's what I call it. We'll see what the guide says it in a couple months. Or we'll see what the guide calls it in a couple months. But it's a rot blossom. It is said that in order to achieve godhood, Malenia needed to die 3 or 4 times. So, or blossom 3 or 4 times is like the correct term. She blossomed once on the battlefield in Caelid. She blossomed again here, and she is yet to blossom a 3rd time. Let's take this elevator up. See where it leads. Welcome back to the bridge that had the putrid avatar. This is that elevator shaft. We just woke up a few revenants. Okay, just want to make sure there wasn't anything down there. Okay. This is the moment we've been waiting for. This is the moment that I've been most curious about in this walkthrough, is how this would go. This is Malenia. Malenia is easily the craziest boss in From Software history. Easily. Her first form has maybe like a dozen or so different moves. 2 of them look exactly the same, unless you know what to look out for. She will detach her arm. She'll detach the sword from her arm and then swing it around in like a figure 8 formation. She can do that in one of 2 ways. The first way is punishable. The second way is also punishable, but much harder to punish because you got to be really fast. The way to differentiate the 2 is if her arm does not spark, it can be punished. If it doesn't spark, or if it does spark, she can't be punished. So if it sparks, no punish. If she doesn't spark, you can punish. She has a lunging stab. If you get hooked up by that, it's a ton of damage. She also has a move where she will put her sword on the ground, jump up, and then slam down. A lot of damage there. She has like a couple of like normal strikes. You can't really do much about them. You can avoid them. And then she has a move where she just jumps up in the air, holds it, and then starts flying around the arena. When she does this, you can attempt to throw a freezing pot at her, and she will drop out and stop doing it. But you're limited to the amount of times you can do that. You can only do that like twice, and then she just becomes immune to it. But it's worth a try if you can recognize the move. What I prefer to do instead is to block the first sequence, and then once it's done, I roll up and to the right twice. I look up, and then she moves around me, and I just back out. And that's it. Now, the very crazy thing about Malenia is that she restores health whenever she hits you, even if you're blocking. Even if you use a 100% physical block shield, she still restores health. What that means is you basically have to fight her perfectly, for the most part. If it gets to the point where she is just consistently filling up her health bar and you're not dealing really any meaningful damage to her, you're not fighting her correctly. There's no nice way to say it. You're just not doing it right. You need to pick your openings. You need to only hit her 2, maybe 3 times. I'm telling you right now, condition yourself to only hit her twice. If she reacts to the third hit, like it seems like she's open for a third, go for it. But don't just hit R1 3 times and expect to land all 3. She can punish them, okay? She can punish them. So just hit twice. If she reacts to the second one, go for it. When you kill her, she's not dead. She has a full second phase where her health bar refills to about like 90% for some reason. When that phase begins, the first thing she will always do, she will jump up in the air, and you will see like rot come out of her, like rot blossom come out of her, and then she will fly over you. What you want to do is just run into her, run to where she is. There will be an invisible wall right below her. Just go around that, and then as long as you run behind her, she will land behind you, and then it's fine. When she lands, the rot blossom will explode, and scarlet rot will fill the area around her. It dissipates before she recovers. So, just wait for the cloud to start going away. Once it looks like it's fully gone, you can go in and punish her. If you have any ranged abilities, fireballs, spells, whatever, perfect time to use it. When she uses that, when she lands, and then you are safe enough away, you can go in for it. She retains all of her moves from the first phase, but she has less defense. She gets a new move, however, whereby she flies up in the air and then sends, we'll call them fairies after you. It's like shadow images that have her sword, and they attack in a pattern. You want to do your best to dodge this. However, even though she's not the one dealing damage to you, if the fairies hit you, she regains health. This attack ends when she flies into you with a stab. Okay. This took me 3 days to do. That's all I'm going to say. All right. The cutscene is worth watching.
I dreamt for so long. My flesh was dull gold, and my blood rotted. Corpse after corpse left in my wake. As I awaited his return.
Sweet Jesus.
Heed my words. I am Malenia, Blade of Miquella. And I have never known defeat.
Right off the jump. So that stab, punishable. I'm just going to heal up. Okay. So that one, not punishable. This is a scoop into a slam, punishable. Yeah, you just want to roll forward with that one. Ow. What did I say? If if she's refilling her life, you're not doing it correctly. It's one of the most dehumanizing boss fights in probably video game history. I'm not exaggerating. Nice. So I am rolling forward and to the right when it comes to that D-hook attack. Where she's removing the prosthetic. Up and to the right. Back. Perfect. That's very nice. This is waterfowl dance. I don't know what the fuck just happened there. Should have backed up. So I'm remembering as we go here. Again, I've only killed her once, and it took 3 days. When that's happening, what you want to do is, like, as soon as she jumps up, you basically just want to like keep her targeted and then just back up. This way you eat the first hit or the first set of hits, and then you can roll away. But if she's just like above you the whole time, it's pretty hard for her to it's pretty easy for her to what the hell am I trying to say? What? It's pretty easy for her to just like move over you, which you don't want. Yeah, she also gets like some weird Sekiro parry sort of thing where if your sword hits hers, basically negates the damage. It's very weird. It really makes me wonder if it was a cut mechanic from this game. Nice. I love how she dances around. Like, the whole time, you're just trying to square the fight. You're just trying to keep her square and level. That's it. That's all you're trying to do. Son of a bitch. Like, when she moves, you move. You just always want to move in the opposite direction. Oh, the grab. Probably dead. Motherfucker. Okay. I got greedy, is what happened there. That was progressive greed. I had no stamina, but I kept doing follow-ups. I kept punishing her. Sometimes the ultimate punish is to regain your stamina. Yeah, I've also heard this song 14 million times. What is happening? Come here. Yeah, and I see they haven't touched her regen at all. She still regens so much effing health. Jesus. This is waterfowl. Mother of God. It's just oppressive. After a while, you'll notice that you kind of get into a pattern with her. I don't know how I just survived that. Waterfowl. That's my strategy. As long as you can line up the first block, you're okay. It does restore a decent amount of health for her, but it's okay. It's really fine. You really don't want to fight on hills. Avoid that if you can. If you swing and she dances away, don't go in for another one. That's why I keep saying you got to like train yourself out. Upright. Forward, back. The muscle memory came back. That's why I keep saying you have to train yourself out of just going for things, and you just have to really pay attention to what you're doing. See what I mean? Only did 194 damage there. It's a weird defense that she has. That was rough. That didn't go well. I'm unclear on what causes it. I feel like I haven't really seen it happen to other people. That's why you don't try to punish the sparking one if you can help it. Shit, I gotta heal. In phase 1, she'll usually let you heal. That's a hard thing to time. When she does that spin kick, I don't recommend attempting to punish. I recommend just backing away and seeing what she does. Other moves are easier to punish than that. Fucking Jesus Christ. All right, phase 2. Not bad. 3 or 4 attempts to get to phase 2. It's pretty good. All right, we're going to watch this once. We're going to skip it every time after. I also just want to stretch. Okay. She blossomed again. She literally said, wait. There she is. All right, in this phase, this is where training yourself out of spamming comes in handy. Because it's harder to tell what's happening with her. She will often have her back turned to you in this phase. It's just the way it works. All right, so we're going to run. Invisible wall. Go around. All good. Once the final part of the bloom falls, you can go in. All that for nothing. Yeah, her attacks often have follow-ups in this phase now. Oh my God, I was out of stamina most of that time. Feel very lucky. All right. Let's go. God damn it, dude. She's a monster. She's a monster, ladies and gentlemen. She's a monster. You put in so much goddamn work in phase 1, and she just shits on it. I love it. It's the greatest boss ever. Also, you're probably wondering, dude, why don't you just summon Teak? Well, it's because if she hits Teak, she regains health. So you're basically giving her 2 targets to just regain health on. Now, it's not to say that it's all bad. If you're lucky, you can overwhelm her. I gotta back up. I'm doing too much. Yeah, if you're lucky, you can overwhelm her. Whoa, what are we doing? Yeah, if you're lucky with a summon, you can overwhelm her. Probably dead. I have no fucking idea where I am. Oh my god. Demoralizing. Let's check it out. Let's see what happens. I've honestly never summoned for this fight before, so I don't really know how this is going to go. I just don't have a lot of confidence. That bleed better be coming soon. There it is. You gotta back up. Wow, this is alarming. Okay. Teak is definitely gonna fucking die. Pay attention to me. Alright, fairy attack. Wrong way. Shit. This isn't good. Okay. It's fine that Teak is dead. It's actually really okay. Why am I crouching? Why am I crouching? Up. Down. Oh my god, dude. You know what maybe I could do? I don't know. Oh, wow. Okay. Always untarget and just run forward. Wow, that's new. I've never seen her land there. Oh my god, I don't know how I just survived that. I feel like waterfowl's coming. Yep. Up, down, up again, because it's phase 2. Oh, I don't know where she's going. She's down. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, I need a second. I feel like I need a cigarette. I never smoked. Okay. I'm still like a little shaky. So, never beaten that boss with a summon before. I'm glad I did, because I would have been here a while. Having Teak definitely helped because we were able to put Malenia kind of on her ass for a while. If you want to see how to defeat this boss on your own, I don't blame you. I will link the guide for that in the description below. Having done it once with no summon, no bleed, no Ash of War, nothing, just a straight up sword, great sword and board, I'm good. I never need to do it again. And even as a guide maker, I'm showing you how to beat this game. That is a way to beat this game. Summons are meant to be used in this game. Ashes of War are meant to be used in this game. Malenia has super high poise, so using the Rivers of Blood, Ash of War, the Corpse Piler, not exactly suggested. Maybe get lucky, maybe it does hit all of her. But that's Malenia. This is the part of the guide I was most nervous about, was defeating her. I truly don't mind having used to summon. Like, part of me is like a little like, I wish I didn't do that, but I don't know. Beating her without it is very difficult. And I've done it. I did it on stream. It took me 3 days to do. I'm good. That's Malenia. We're not totally done just yet. We are done with Elphael. We are done with the Haligtree. But something I want to point out to you. The Haligtree has a human visage. That is Miquella. And it seems that his egg was taken from here. Now, how it got taken how it got taken by Mog with Malenia here isn't clear. I think he probably took it while Malenia was out fighting Radahn. That's my theory. It was left unguarded, and Mog showed up and took it. But it's like the perfect size for the egg. So yeah, it is literally Miquella's Haligtree. Miquella was the Haligtree. Unfortunately, since the egg is gone, the Haligtree is no more. Whew. Okay. So like I said, we're not totally done just yet. Oh, there is a site of grace here. It's hard to see. We're not totally done just yet. When we rest, the next blossom shows up. And if we were to return the unalloyed gold needle to Malenia, this happens. We get Miquella's needle and the somber ancient dragon smithing stone. So, Miquella's needle. It's actually a usable item. I always forget that. Miquella's needle. One of the unalloyed gold needles that Miquella crafted to ward away the meddling of outer gods. Capable of subduing the flame of frenzy if inherited, allowing one to cheat fate and avoid becoming Lord of Frenzied Flame. However, the needle is as yet unfinished and can only be used in the heart of the storm beyond time, said to be found in Farum Azula. Faram. The area is spelled 2 different ways in this game, so if I ever say Farum Azula and Faram Azula, they mean the same thing. The other thing I want to mention is the chair, very reminiscent to Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower from Bloodborne. Very reminiscent. Anyway, this is the 3rd blossom. Possibly the 4th, depending on if the fight phase means anything. It seems to mean that Malenia has ascended to godhood, or maybe she needs one more. But that is that. So, now that we have done that, as far as optional content goes, there's only one more optional boss, and it is in the area that we're going to go to next time. But we're not totally done just yet. All right. We have Malenia's Great Rune, but it's not activated yet. Malenia is at the isolated Divine Tower. Her Great Rune gets activated there. So, we need to go to the Divine Bridge. And again, if you need to access the Divine Bridge at any time, maybe you haven't found the Site of Grace yet, you can go down to the Weeping Peninsula to the Tower of Return. And then there's a chest there that's a transporter trap, and it'll bring you right here. Boom. while we take this elevator up, we can read her remembrance, which states, Remembrance of Malenia, goddess of rot, hewn into the Erdtree. Power of its namesake can be unlocked by the Finger Raider. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. Miquella and Malenia are both children of a single god. As such, they are both Empyreans, but suffered afflictions from birth. One was cursed with eternal childhood, and the other harbored rot within. Miquella and Malenia are both the children of a single god, Radagon and Marika. Marika split herself at some point, either due to loneliness, maybe due to politics, maybe as part of a plot against the Outer Gods. It's unclear why exactly. But Radagon and Marika had children. The children they had have afflictions. So, Malenia, I believe the Lord of Blood, possibly, I believe the Lord of Blood, Malenia and Miquella for sure, but there's one or two others that were Radagon and Marika's children. Maybe I'm thinking of Rykard. Yeah, Radon. Renala Radagon. Okay, maybe Malenia and Miquella are the only two that are Marika and Radagon. And then Radon, Rykard are Renala Radagon. And then I think Morgott and Mog are the children of Godfrey. Yeah, the Golden Lineage. Omen King, which is Morgott, and then his twin brother Mog, they are of the Golden Lineage. And I think Renala is as well. Yeah. Oh, okay. Anyway, let's activate her Great Rune. Interesting that it overlooks the Bestial Sanctum. What a day. All right. Malenia's Great Rune. A Great Rune of the Shardbearer Malenia. The blessing of this half-rotted rune reduces the healing power of Flask of Crimson Tears. And yet, due to the infusion of Malenia's Spirit of Resistance, attacks made immediately after receiving damage will partially recover HP. So it's very similar to the rally mechanic from Bloodborne, except your healing does less. Malenia is the daughter to Queen Marika and Radagon, and her Great Rune should have been the most sacred of all, but clearly it's covered in rot. Okay. Now, glad we did this. What is that? What is that? That is where we're going next. If we look out here, we see another area among the clouds that we have not yet been. We technically have been there once. It was through a portal in the 4 belfries back in Liurnia, but we haven't been there since. FedEx shipment. Maybe this is for my TV. Anyway. Yeah, so this is the Great Storm that Miquella's Needle refers to. So we're going to go there next. Okay. One other thing that I would like to mention is all of the divine towers. So we have the Divine Tower of Caelid, the Isolated Divine Tower, the Divine Tower of East Altus, the Divine Tower of West Altus, Divine Tower of Liurnia, Divine Tower of Limgrave. All of these divine towers encircle this piece of land, the ocean. And there's a lot of boats here, a lot of ships, a lot of people in boats. Seems to be a whirlpool here, some kind of maelstrom. There's another one here, some kind of maelstrom. Let's see if maybe we can see that. Probably can't. No. Point being, there's a very weird cloud right here. It's in the middle of all the divine towers. I think the DLC is going to be under this cloud. That's my theory. It's a theory I've read online. Like if you draw lines between all the divine towers, they all intersect through this cloud. And divine towers are very special. I mean, it's where you have the husks of the two fingers throughout all of them, with the exception of Renalla's. So who knows? Maybe the DLC is like something like Dark Souls 3 or Dark Souls 1, where it's like completely different dimension. Dark Souls 2 even is like different time periods, whatever. Totally different locations. Who knows? But there's a lot going on in the ocean that like really is never addressed in this game. So that's why I think that's where the DLC is going to be. It's just a weird looking cloud in the middle of the ocean. Who knows? Okay. My good God. So, that's going to do it for now, and that's definitely it for me today. I think I've done 10 of these today. So, we have done basically all the optional content in the game with the exception of one boss. It's an optional boss in the next area, which is over here. We've done everything there is to do in this game, and it's time to proceed towards the end of the game. We're not at the end of the game, but we're about to set the events of the end of the game in motion. That starts with the Forge of the Giants. If you recall, when we defeated the fire giant, we climbed up the forge, the big bowl, the big kiln, whatever. We climbed up there, we lit the site of grace, and I said, we're not going to do this just yet. Instead, we're going to go to the consecrated snowfield, we're going to go to Miquella's Haligtree, we're going to go to Mogwyn Palace. But it's time to go back to the Forge of Giants, and it's time to set in motion the events of the end of the game. The next area is very challenging. I would say it's as challenging as the Haligtree, but the bosses are not. You'll understand when you get there. The enemies there are ferocious. One thing I really recommend you get before you proceed in there is a cookbook. Specifically, Fever's Cookbook 1. This can be found in Limgrave on a corpse that is in a graveyard just southeast of the Murkwater Village outskirts site of Grace. The reason for this is because it crafts sleep pots. Sleep pots are incredibly effective against the first boss encounter of the next area. Highly recommend you get this cookbook. All right. One final thing we should do is speak with Gideon, tell him about Malenia, see what he says.
You. What is it? So, the Haligtree, now but a husk. I heard speculation Miquella embedded himself in the Haligtree. But, before he could finish, someone cut the tree open and absconded with his infant form. Indeed. It seems those words held weight. How vexing that the All-Knowing didn't have the full story. Perhaps the Queen's sorrow was justified. My apologies. Lost myself for a moment there. The information you shared is of great value. As promised, your reward. A secret rite, known only to me. You are a true fellow. All I ask is that you remain constant. There are 4 more demi. Miquella of the Hair, his twin, Malenia, Luna Prince, and Rani saw here. If you should learn, I'll trade you fine. We both did as such. So I'd expect to find Malenia there. Well, if the buts with the... I suppose Miquella must... the information you shared, a secret. You are a...
I thought I did this already.
Well, what is it? Well, what is...
Okay. I thought I had that conversation already. Okay. He gave us 2 spells. Black Flame's Protection. Black Flame Incantation of the Godskin Apostles. Summons black fire within, increasing physical damage negation. However, Sacred Flasks and other such form of HP restoration are impaired. The Apostles were all embraced by the Gloam-Eyed Queen, and the Black Flame was their armor within. Interesting that he would have it. I mean, he is the all-knowing, he's always searching for information. He doesn't necessarily have affinities, but still interesting nonetheless. And then he gave us one more. This one. Lord's Divine Fortification. Incantation taught to Gideon the All-Knowing by the 2 fingers. Greatly increases holy damage negation for the caster and nearby allies. Hold to continue praying and delay activation. Gideon gained true knowledge after his long exchange with the 2 fingers, discovering all had been broken long ago, that the trembling fingers, bent with age, and the tree itself were no exception. So everything has been broken. So that is all the information we can give Gideon for the game. It's basically done after that. We should give Gowries... Oh my god, we have so many. Oops. Yeah, so Gary teaches Pest Threads. Incantation of the Servants of Rot secretes countless sticky threads, launching them forwards. A technique of the pale pests who crawl through the lands afflicted by scarlet rot, the abandoned children of the goddess. Quote, do you have an interest in rot incantations? It's kind of the only one you get. And then he also sells Night Maiden's Mist. One of the Night Sorcerers of Celia Town of Sorcery releases a life-sapping silver mist before the caster, dealing damage to all caught within, including the caster. This sorcery can be cast while in motion. Below Celia, the eternal city of Nokron sleeps. This sorcery originates from the maidens of that place. Yeah, very, very interesting. And if we look, so Celia is here. Mogwin Palace is underneath, but Nokron's not far away. Okay. That's it. Next time, we will set... I've said this phrase a bunch. I just don't want to say the name, but we're going to move towards the end of the game. Still a few more bosses remain. Several, actually. Still a lot to do, but we're almost done. Like I said, between 50 and 60 parts, and I think that'll be accurate. Okay, let me give a thank you to my channel members. Where are you at? Where are you at? Okay, thank you very much, John Aldrich, Tammy Skinner, Hector J. Estrada, Joe Saunders, Daniel Cockreel, Spencer Young, Phoenix Loader, Jude Lazowski, B-Tide, The Old One, Good Luck, Stu J. Mac 26, and Ryan Holzman. Thank you all so much for your support. Really appreciate it. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Elden Ring, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. You can also support by leaving a super thanks by clicking the heart icon below the video. I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.